Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have my July Graphics Fairy Design Team project to show you, and it's a butterfly and moth themed field notes style kind of journal to be taken on expeditions, and it belongs to Dr. Flutterby, and she along with her husband are lepidopterists, and they study moths and butterflies. He's a professor, but he does occasionally travel with her, and she's part of a naturalist group that go on expeditions together, and of course her specialty is moths and butterflies. For the cover, I've repurposed a vintage book, and it had a book cloth on it with a lovely texture. I don't know if you'll even be able to see the texture on camera, but I painted it to kind of create a worn and marbled look. A few shades of brown, some black, and it was just acrylic paints, craft acrylic paints, nothing fancy. And many of you may remember in the 1980s the rag painting of walls, and that's basically what I did. I painted a color and then I would pull some of the paint off before it dried with a crumpled up rag, and I just kept layering the colors that way. And then I also did a little bit of dry brushing with the lighter browns. And we'll label there. On the edges here, this is actually cloth athletic tape, and I painted it black and just distressed it a little bit. The spine and the inside covers are a thick tweed, so it's a soft spine, which allows it to lie really flat for journaling. So we've got some other goodies to look at the end that go with it, but let's take a look inside. Oh, little book plate here. This is attached, glued to the cover, but this is open at the top, so you could slip something else in front of it if you wanted to change the label. So right inside the front cover, this marbled paper is from Twilight on the Lake bundle, I believe, and this is a journal page from the bundle that inspired it all, the Lepidopterist bundle, and these are the images. And along with this were printables created for that bundle by the Graphics Fairy team that are fabulous, and I've used quite a few of them, so you'll see those as we go through. And so this is a pocket here, and there's a little label. This is from the Entomologist bundle, and I will link the premium membership down below if you want to check out that website. I will also link the graphicsfairy.com where you can see the blog post which lists all of the bundles that I used. These little specimen envelopes, I'll show you those as well, are from the Lepidopterist bundle, and here they are. I reduced it a little bit in size. I printed them a couple of different sizes. I also printed all of these out, and then there's another sheet just like this, but this is plain and the labels are empty. So I went around on the premium membership site and got some more of my favorite butterfly and moth images and created some of my own labels as well as the blank ones. And so in here, there's a bunch of these throughout, and they just have little pieces of ephemera. I think that's from Tim Holtz, and this is a little tea card. Pocket, it doesn't have a gusset really, but it does have a little bit of a spacer there, and so you could tuck more in. This is one of the pages from the Lepidopterist bundle. And my typical tea-dyed pages, another little label there. This is some of the masking paper that you can get at the home improvement stores. Comes on a roll, and there's a brown one as well, and it's just a really cool thin paper, and it's in the paint section of the store. Vintage tracing paper, there's a book plate image, vintage notebook paper. This is from an 1800s botany book because they may take some notes on plants that they see as well. This is from I think it's probably the 1950s children's book, and another one of the labels and some washi. And we'll flip out here. Here is a journaling card with some brown, my goodness, cheesecloth. Couple more of the journal pages. And on the back of a lot, I printed the grungy grid paper. I just love that, and I think it's great for a scientific style journal. I did little tabs with butterflies for the flip outs. I just printed them, reversed another, printed it, and fussy cut them out. Glued them back to back. So we'll just go through this pretty quickly because all the pages going through are pretty similar. And here they are. It's Dr. and Professor Flutterby. And this is her journal. Using from the Lepidopterist bundle. Some drawing paper as well. Another botany page. Did one little digital stamp there. Here is an envelope, little clasp. I didn't put anything in it, but you can put stuff in there. Another little journaling card and a little tuck there. Another specimen envelope, and they all have little bits of ephemera in them to journal with. And here's a big pocket here. I love this image. Love that. I don't know if you can hear my cat snoring. She is in the window snoring. Another little specimen envelope and another place to tuck some goodies and a little metal tab. I love this image, printed right onto the tea-dyed paper. Another specimen label, just a little random clip. Journal pages, and I just added this little label there with the blue. Butterfly, this is from the children's book, the same children's book. Here's another little tab, flip out. Love this. And this is eco-dyed paper from Kelly at Book and Paper Arts, and it had a little, looked like a tab here, so I chose a couple of butterflies that I think went really well with it, and you could use this as a bookmark. You could even journal on it if you wanted. Look at this leaf print on there. This is just gorgeous. Another one there. Here's another flip out. Take this off with another little specimen, again with ephemera inside, and a little tuck spot here on this floating pocket page with more butterflies and more labels. And here's another tuck with ATC cards back to back. I don't remember the bundle, but it is on the blog post. And a little flip out. And then another little specimen envelope with ephemera inside. Oh, I love this. This is from that children's book. Some grungy tape. Lots of journaling space. A couple more journal pages. Another page from that children's book. Here's another little flip out with another little butterfly tab. And a journaling card with some linen. And then space on the back to journal. Love this. So pretty. And that blue marbled paper again. Some tracing paper. And I love these frames. Nature frames. And a pocket here with a bunch of labels. And this is actually a piece of scrapbook paper, but it had a butterfly on it. So just tuck that in. Very cool. And another little tuck spot here with another label and a couple little pieces of ephemera. And in this pocket in the back, I love this. This is another journal page from the Lepidopterist bundle. And again, some good space to tuck stuff in. This is just a tea-dyed glassine envelope with, because I didn't add enough labels in the journal, with some extra labels. So, whoops. And so for this journal, you could add these to other projects or decorate the pages in this. And that's that. Then, along with the journal, this is another little tea-dyed envelope with some garment pins, and that's for these tags, which I will show you. These are labels from the Lepidopterist bundle. I just backed them with green file folder, some eyelets, and created some little specimen tags. So the extra garment pins are for, there's a few on each pin on this, but if you wanted to use them in other projects, in other journals, so you have the pins for those. And this little bag is what I think is my favorite, or one of my favorite things. These frames are from the Vintage Papery bundle. and I just created a bunch of specimens. I printed just my favorites out of many, many bundles of butterflies and printed them onto the grid paper, backed it with that as well. And then I did have some acetate that I had gotten at a thrift store, so I just cut that. And but you don't have to do that, or you could use, you know, if you save acetate packaging or the 3-ring binder page protectors, you could cut those up and use that. And then I just added labels. Some are Tim Holtz, some are printed, some on the back, but these are all extra little journaling cards. I had a lot of fun with these. So whoops, and so that's that. And then this was inspired by Heather from Ruby and Pearl XO, and I'll link her channel down below as well. She did a faux deed, like a faux legal documents, and so I kind of played off of that for some reference material that the flutterbys may carry with them on their expeditions. And this is from Tim Holtz, and I just bent it so it would wrap around easily. And this is Entomology, Entomologist bundle. And so it is curled up now because it's been closed for a while, but I envision the flutterbys in a tent somewhere on an expedition with rocks on the corners, looking through the reference materials that they've collected, the images. Many of these are from the free images on the graphicsfairy.com, and you could, you know, use it as is. You could take it apart. These are some vintage clasps here that I've been dying to use. They're huge. And the labels there. Or you could take the pages out and journal on the back and then put them back in. There's some hidden journaling, but there are a bunch of pages in here. And so that is it, I think. The flutterbys and myself thank you for stopping by and watching. All relevant links will be down below. This will be available in my Etsy shop, and I'll put that link down below as well. I hope you're all doing well. Take care, happy creating, and I'll see you soon. Bye.